listening, we're existing.
Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. I'm going in. Fall into oblivion. Fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. I know you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the goal. Think about it, ring will tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion.
Far away, they came to us with knowledge. They changed our world and left we crave for knowledge far in the unknown. Our time has come to find what we want shown.
Welcome, everyone, back to our Week 7 match. We have a pretty exciting Open League game ahead of us. Tonight, I'm going to be joined by Carpe on the observation tool. He's going to be doing all the camera work, as well as Kevin here to cast with me. Kevin, how are you feeling tonight?
Hey man, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good actually. Yeah, no, I just got some dinner. I just ate it up, and I'm ready for a match. How about you, man?
I'm ready for it. I hope you washed your hands. My hands are very nice and clean.
Yeah.
Tonight ahead of us, we have a pretty. It's looking to be like a pretty good matchup here between Syracuse University and St. Clair College. Map picks have gone out. We will be starting on Consulate, followed up by Clubhouse. Consulate being Syracuse's pick, and Clubhouse being St. Clair's. Anything you want to mention about our first map, Consulate here, Kevin? What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think Consulate?
Oh, I don't know about Consulate, but for both of the maps, I would say they're both very vertically dependent maps. So Consulate, whenever you're playing on, I know some teams have developed strategies for Teller's site and archives. But yeah, whether you're playing on Tellers, whether you're playing on Lobby or even Basement, there's a lot of vertical play, and you as a defending team, and as well as the attacking team, you need to be taking control of 2 floors at every for the entire game, in order to be successful. So there's going to be a lot of vertical play in that regard. Um, if we go over to what was the other map? Sorry, I'm blanking right now. Clubhouse?
Consulate and Clubhouse. Yep.
Clubhouse. There you go. Clubhouse is also one of those maps where lots of vertical play is like expected for the winning teams.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, I don't want to hold up this match anymore. So before we get into this first map, we do just have to go over the rosters real quick. For
Mhm.
Syracuse University, we're going to be having Aloof, Mason, Rebel, Lazaman, Lord Llamas. And on the St. Clair side, we have Rapid, Impact, Agent Tour, William, and Imagine. Looking at the stats, this should be a pretty interesting game. Some pretty decent fraggers coming out from both teams here.
Mhm.
But these maps not being more well known for the frag, these are more strat heavy maps. Yes, KD is always a factor. Siege is at the end of the day at FPS,
Yeah.
but strats definitely factor in much more.
You gotta click heads, yeah.
That's all you have to do to win.
That's true. Like notably from Syracuse, Aloof has a solid 1.3 KD. On the side of St. Clair, they have Rapid, who has a 1.4 KD. So like, I feel like those are players to definitely be looking out for here.
It's going to be the clash of the titans here. It's probably going to come down to just who wins that gunfight between the two, depending on if it's entry or roam. We're just going to have to see. But, without further ado, we're going to be starting the bans here on Consulate. St. Clair is going to start with that Thatcher ban, a pretty standard ban nowadays. I'm sure you've seen Thatcher banned loads of times, both in ranked and on the streamed games here. Getting rid of those EMPs just enables a lot of utility on defense. Syracuse here following it up with a Blackbeard ban, being very strong to play on Windows. Consulate being a well-known map
Super
for
window map,
repels, definitely, and Blackbeard definitely excels on those windows.
All right. Oh, and just a reminder that Wamai and Cully are not able to be picked for either team. So yeah, banning Thatcher makes it so that only Maverick is able to really clear any hard wall denials. And yeah, Mirror off the table as well. Very strong operator for holding down those big open areas that Consulate has in regards to like long hallways as well. And so, yeah, St. Clair opting for some good bans. We're going on to the last ban from Syracuse here. And it's going to be Echo. Also, an operator that almost never sees play and high level play, as well as RCA matches as well. Also high level play.
Honestly, I always forget how much of an impact both Mira and Echo have because they're banned and therefore not played so often. I forget how much the game shifts when they're actually on the table and are played. It's kind of crazy how much they can shift the way either team.
That's true. I played a game just last week where the opposing team banned Doc for no good reason, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll play Echo. And so that was like a very rare moment where Echo was off the table because some other ban was done. But yeah,
It was obviously a target ban.
ooh,
Speaking
hopefully.
of the dock here, we're going to see St. Clair going up top floor for round one, taking that dock just for that ACOG, just because there's so many long angles on the top floor here. And actually a pretty interesting 6-pick coming out from Syracuse
Yeah.
from the Sledge onto the Nook. Sledge does have those nades, but in terms of the top floor, he's not a super useful operator. There's not too much soft breach that he can really get his hands on. So the Nook coming out might suggest some sneaky plays here, and I'm looking forward to what Lord Llamas has in store.
Yeah, there's a lot of good places Nook can honestly just abuse the defenders from. Like sometimes even the most obvious things are really hard to catch. Just if you walk up really quietly up yellow stairs or Visa stairs, sometimes you might find the person just sitting in connector. Same could be said for top of spiral as well. So St. Clair's gonna need to be on their toes for this, just to make sure that all their angles are covered from Syracuse here.
Yeah, luckily they do have both the Mozzie and the Maestra, both ops known for getting intel. But again, actually Doc with a bulletproof. But Doc with a bulletproof down is going to be spawn peeking outside of admin. He's going to be looking towards Rebel there. But luckily, because of some just quick jiggle peeking, is going to dodge the bullets from the Doc.
Yeah, good shoulder peek and good awareness on that spawn peek as well. Looks like we're gonna be going straight for a forward take from Syracuse. Lord Llama's opting to lay down for a little bit, catch a breather.
Oh, I didn't even notice the Nomad pick coming out here from Syracuse. Those air jabs, being able to shut down a lot of rotations and jump outs is almost a necessity on Consulate because there are so many runouts from yellow stairs door, yellow stairs window, from the meeting double windows, even peeking main door. There's just countless runouts because Consulate is kind of it's a pretty boxy map. It's pretty much rectangular with nothing on top of it, so a lot of those runouts are really huge. But the drone coming out from aloof here is going to spot out the CEO is completely empty. No one playing pillbox. There's no rotate in the connector, and he might get a free jump in right here.
Yeah, we still do have Jaeger holding down top of yellow, making a little hole for himself, looking towards the console CEO windows. We do have another player connector, so it's not like console office is under danger, in danger right now of getting rushed on. So, a minute 30 left on the clock, and it doesn't look like Syracuse has properly entered the building yet. They do have a lot of window presence, though.
Consulate is one of those maps that's known for, you kind of get into the building last minute. You have to play on windows. Consulate is not a map you can get away without playing on them because it is such just a boxy map.
Yeah.
Lazaman repelled outside CEO with the diffuser. It looks like they're going to be trying to go for a CEO push, but they're still so spread out here. Zofia repelled on admin, trying to put some pressure that side, and Mason on the IQ is going to be pushing up yellow. The pre-fire is coming out, is going to find the frag onto the Jaeger, but imagine Odin on the dock is going to find the pick onto Zofia, who was repelled admin side. That split push working out, split push and split hold working out 1-for-1 for the team here.
Lazaman's already inside CEO. Smokes are not going to help this time as Lazaman's already in sight. But wow, that's going to be another headshot coming out from St. Clair there, making it a 2v4. Nox slowly going up, but is going to be silently taken down instead. Going for the kill here, down to aloof. He does land a couple of shots onto Mozzie as he gets downed. That's one kill, 1v3, 12 seconds left on the clock.
Gonna have to try to do something, but Agent 2 are there sitting close with that shotgun. There's not much you can do at point blank with the shotgun. It wasn't even was it point blank? No, he was top spiral. The long range shotgun.
That was like half his HP too.
Yeah, what a shot. That SAS shotgun there with the laser sight on it to reduce that spread definitely is a force to be reckoned with. You don't want to be pushing into that, but unfortunately that's the name of the game here, is attack has to push into the defense. Beautiful round coming out. Beautiful defense from St. Clair. Very spread out. They weren't holding in CEO, but you saw the angles from top yellow, from bathroom, and from connector all looking in towards to have some sort of presence on site without having to be on it.
Yeah. I feel like Syracuse had a moment there where they were really just looking to win. They had control of top yellow. They had Lazaman already inside sight in CEO. They only lost control of admin, but with that complete control on that side of the map, it looked like things were going well. But wow, St. Clair was able to turn around with like just 2 gunfights that they won.
Yeah, it was a nice even trade at the beginning, but Thermite pushed in a little bit too far, and unfortunately you can't plant in the pillbox connected to CEO there. That's the little room right off the top yellow stairs. That's just what my team calls it, is pillbox. Yeah, that little one right there.
Nice.
And you can't actually plant in there. So he went to plant on the couch and realized that's not really good cover, and that's when he got fragged from Mozzie, and things just really started falling apart. But St. Clair are going to be looking to extend their defensive wins here, going basement, another really strong site. You see Jaeger setting up an ADS in bathroom, probably suggesting that they're going to be holding at least in bathroom, trying to get some split floor presence here.
Yeah, that's actually a really interesting ADS that I haven't really seen either. It won't help for anything like Habana pellets. That'd be really weird, actually. It's really just, I suppose, if someone's going to be playing in the bathroom here, we'll get to see what happens.
Yeah, way back when the Jaeger ADS actually used to get Hibana pellets, but they quickly removed that considering one Hibana charge could get rid of all 6 charges of the Jaeger ADS. So some interesting like tricks coming
Ooh,
out there, but a really
no.
early pick is Imagine Flanks Rebel here, who had broken and dropped down from Tellers, Logi,
Yeah, and
Tellers.
Visa office.
Visa,
There you go.
that's the word I'm looking for. Some of these calls just slipped my mind, but a beautiful flank coming out from Imagine. Great read. Probably heard the sledge hit that hatch and just drop behind him. And well, Rebel really didn't have all too much time to react. So great
Yeah.
opening pick there for St. Clair.
That's why attackers usually have to stick with like a buddy system. Not getting those refrags is going to really hurt Syracuse in the end. And it's just going to make sure that St. Clair gets that advantage and takes it. But look at that. We have Syracuse already taking control of console office, going for that vertical play that we said was so important. And that's going to be piano hatch open. And looks like Syracuse is going to be working their way down. Imagine Odin still holding the top of the front of main lobby, making sure that Syracuse doesn't have too much breathing room, but let's see what they can do here.
Yeah, with that pressure put on Imagine Odin from above, it's going to be a tough hold, but that's if the attack actually drones him out and finds him. And, well, Lord Llamas is rocking the Jackal. If he sees her footprints, that could be the end of Odin if the attack plays it right and doesn't allow her to rotate out. But Odin is going to run out the front there. You saw earlier a quick switch onto the Velt Cam to provide
no.
intel, and Aloof is going to be looking into circle, but turns away at the wrong time as Odin finds a third. And, well, it's just down to Mason and Llamas now.
He does see the footsteps. Oh, but the C4 barely taking a little bit of HP down. Mason also going to be going down from impacts. Alda, and it's all going to be down to Lord Llamas to make it a 1v5. Unless he does pick up Mason in here, which is looking likely actually. No one's going to be. St. Clair's actually playing it super safe, making sure that they take their advantage and don't push it any more than they need to.
Yeah, but with 30 seconds on the clock, SU is going to have to work something out here. A nice smoke to cover the diffuser grab there, but they're still on top floor. Sights all the way in the basement. They're going to have to work out some sort of momentum. I believe that's William actually on the Jaeger flanking up Visa stairs. Maybe just, no, he's sitting tight in servers. They're just holding it, making sure that no one pushes there. And, well, Mason and Llamas are going to have to push something here. They need to get some sort of momentum going. Mason pushing down bottom. Spiral is going to fall to William, who's still in servers, and Odin to pick up the quad kill to finish out the St. Clair's flawless round. Beautiful roam game coming out from Odin there.
Yeah, and we saw like at the second to last kill there just how well St. Clair was able to use those vault cams. I don't think any single one of them were found by the Syracuse team. They were just able to have free roam of the entire map, and Odin just picking up that quad kill, making it a flawless round actually for St. Clair there was actually just amazing on his part.
So I don't want to say that that's Odin's ace, but technically William got the frag coming off the Velt Cam, so that's extended Odin's kill. So 4.5. I don't know how that works. But yeah, definitely Odin making not only use of that MPX, but those Valkyrie cameras, providing loads of intel. Pretty much any time you saw someone from St. Clair through the wall, they were on cams watching those black eyes for Odin, so he could do so well. Siege is a team-based game, highly relies on intel, and well, if you have a team laying information to you, you can frag out like Odin did.
Yeah. Looks like we have a little bit of technical difficulties, and we're going to be doing a quick rehost. Oh, team kill's coming out. Yep, that's a rehost for sure. As St. Clair, or no, sorry, my bad. Syracuse is going to be calling for this one. But yeah, this just gives us more time to talk about potential things that Syracuse could be changing up, good things that St. Clair are already doing. What do you think would be the number one thing for Syracuse to do in order to get back in this game here?
Honestly, it's kind of tough to say. Syracuse is checking off a lot of the tick boxes. When either pushing up top, they bring the Nomad to put those air jabs down to watch the flanks. They're not really getting flanked. For the basement hold, they took upstairs. They took it very well and very effectively. It's taking the first floor is kind of where they struggled. So when taking basement, just trying to utilize that Jackal, I don't think we saw any tracks come out from him. And that's kind of surprising considering Valkyrie was roaming so strongly. You knew she was in piano, even just shotgunning that floor just to get a scan on her to either make her push back to site, or you can cover the cross out and frag her out. It just trying to utilize that roam clear a little bit better. And in terms of CEO is a tough site to push because you have to have a lot of window presence. And
Hmm.
me personally, I suck at playing on windows. I just can't. It just doesn't work for me. So I know Consulate can be kind of a frustrating map.
Yeah, for sure. I'm also not a window player. I'd much rather just walk up some stairs and try to go for some kills there.
Sure.
But yeah, what I feel like is Syracuse can also I see them running out of time often. We see like 20 seconds left on the clock, and they're still pushing like tertiary rooms, which are basically just rooms that are adjacent to the adjacent rooms of the bomb sites. Usually, maybe one floor upstairs and such. And so because just time management is just so important for for attacking sides, especially. I feel like St. Clair's doing an absolutely fantastic job of making sure that Syracuse runs out of time, has to double check their flanks, has to make sure that the roamers are locked down before doing anything. And I feel like St. Clair is doing such a good job in that because of just how much time Syracuse isn't doesn't have by the end of the round.
Yeah, I think Syracuse just needs to kind of work a little bit more efficiently as a team. We've seen a lot of early picks go to St. Clair without any refrags, and once you get an early pick without the refrag, you have the man advantage. You can just trade for the rest of the round. Trade a life, get a pick, and by the end of it, you're still going to be up one. So Syracuse just needs to push a little bit more efficiently as a team, be able to get those refrags, and just sit on top of each other.
Yeah, for sure. It's still just a 0-2-2-0 for the side of St. Clair here. Definitely Consulate being a defender-sided map in regards to just how many long angles you can watch as a defender. Syracuse still has a lot of different opportunities to bring it back onto their side and make sure, even just ending with a 3-3, I would say is really good on attack on Consulate here.
Yeah, 2-4 is where you're sitting about average. That's where you want to be. You want to take the tertiary sites off of them, no problem. Console and garage, kind of, sites that, okay, we lost it, but now we're on defense. We can hold that. We can run it back. So yeah, definitely, if you're sitting 3-3 at the end of a consulate half on attack, coming off of attack, you're definitely sitting pretty, and that's what Syracuse is gonna have to aim for here. And well, St. Clair, after winning top floor and basement, now have to go a tertiary site. So either lobby, piano, or the split site server and tellers there, which is definitely, we don't see that one as much as the lobby holds. But I do know some interesting strats for that split site. But we're just going to have to see what St. Clair prefers.
Right, for sure. Going straight back into the third round. Hopefully, not hopefully. Yeah. So none of the operators were locked. Any because the rehost was called before the round even started, and the operators were locked in. They still do have free roam of choosing whatever they want here. Of course, the bans will still be in place, and the two prior round wins will still be in place as well. So looks like St. Clair is opting to go for a first floor lobby press room. Definitely a slightly favored site over Archives Tellers.
Yeah, 100%. You don't usually see the archives tellers hold. You see it every once in a great while, but that's usually when you're messing around, having fun. Coming out from Syracuse here, two ops we haven't seen quite yet. Both the Dokkaebi and the six pick onto the Ying. Kind of interesting picks. Dokkaebi being really good at clearing out those roamers, which is definitely what Syracuse is going to have to do if they want to take lobby here. You need to clear up top, as defense usually holds up top quite aggressively. So both the Dokkaebi and the Jackal are going to help immensely to clear them out. And the Ying, having those three Candelas in her pocket, being able to flash almost entire rooms with just a single gadget throw is going to be huge.
Right. Very, very huge. Lazaman, yeah, I'm looking forward to looking at some of these good Candelas. Like you said, a single Candela can basically blind the entirety of any of these rooms. Meeting room, console, maybe half of admin. I feel like admin's a big one, and there's a lot of different solid surfaces they can hide behind flashes. But yeah, definitely this Teller's lobby site, sorry, not Teller's, lobby piano site is one that needs a lot of second floor holding. Oh, and going for that little cheeky spawn peek, looking towards the northwest there. Oh, Aloof gonna get taken down. That's gonna be the Zofia down. That's a lot of fragging power for Syracuse off the map already.
Not only fragging power, but also utility. Both the impacts and the concusses
The
just
Evil
off the
Eyes.
board. Yeah, and the Maestro Evil Eyes are basically going to run completely unattested here. Right? The Zofia impacts are gone.
Yeah,
All they
those-
have now is Lord Llama's Dokkaebi call to temporarily
They
take
don't have
Maestro
frags either.
off. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough take. So, again, just aggressively picking CEO windows is
Oh,
gonna light
no.
Mason down to very, very low, and the impact is going to actually down him. And they don't know that there's a camera watching them right behind him, so they know he's down, and they know Llamas is there
Oh,
trying to get
God.
to him to revive him. But imagine again with a 2, almost 3, because another is down.
Oh, if he only had an extra impact there. Oh my god. Oh, no, that's the kill confirm. I thought he got a 4th, and that was going to be, oh god, this man's popping off.
Again, down to Rebel and Llamas here. Gonna have to try to work something out. The Jackal and the Dokkaebi, definitely the two operators you want to have to clear out this roamer. But you kind of have to get to the building if you want to do anything about it. And they're still stuck in spawn because Imagine is just wreaking havoc from CEO windows.
Alright, Rebel finally taking his first few brave steps into the Visa office. Minute 30 already off the clock, and that's going to be less than half the round in order to take the site. Yeah, Syracuse, St. Clair just looking super confident on just holding these sites. You're going for those, like, cheeky spawn peaks. First call comes out from St. Clair, and that's going to be utility. As they're pushing up onto site here, not really checking the top of Spiral, but looks like Imagine is just holding it very passively here, which is working out for Syracuse.
Yeah, he's going to be waiting to try to flank it a little bit later, but it's going to be Impact all the way from the rear stage of Piano there to find the frag onto Rebel. It's not down just to Llamas, using his second call, second and last. Still 2 flashes in his pocket that he could use if he wanted to, but Diffuser's down on Spiral, and he has the entire defense collapsing on him. And it's going to be Impact who finds his second frag there to close out the round. And that's the second flawless round in a row for St. Clair. They're looking super confident on Consulate.
Right, even on Teller's site, which is what am I saying? Whoa, lobby piano site. I keep saying Teller's. Even on lobby piano site, which is definitely one of the harder sites to defend here. Syracuse is still struggling a little bit, and St. Clair's just really just popping off, making sure people are getting kills. Before previous round, it was Rapid getting 4 kills. This time it's Imagine with a 3 kills, looking just out the spawn, out CEO window. I feel like we're gonna see a pop off from every one of the players from St. Clair here.
Yeah, and it's not just the fragging that St. Clair's doing, it's watching those cameras to give intel to their roamers that is making them just a massive pain on the defense, and pain for the attackers anyways. And you can almost tell the difference in confidence levels just from operator picks. If you notice, St. Clair lock their operators in very, very quickly, and Syracuse either not quite confident in what to take or just trying to figure out what they need to do different to try to counter St. Clair. It took him a little bit longer, but opting to take the Monty, 6ing off of the Glass, is definitely going to help him get in the building, right? Just St. Clair, and Imagine in specific here, is just being super crazy, super aggressive on the spawn peaks, and doing really well at it. So Monty's going to allow the team to get into the building there, being able to block all of those bullets and at least push up and get some sort of momentum going for Syracuse.
Right. We're back to, like you said, we're back to this really good site up top on CEO and meeting here. Valk still being picked as he's proving to be an extremely useful operator for St. Clair, making sure their fraggers are getting even more support than they've and look at that. Imagine going for another cheeky spawn peek, but no one's gonna be spawning from that side.
Yeah, so a lot of Velcams going outside, and Syracuse is rocking the IQ to counter it, but IQ keeps getting picked super early, and that's Rapid jumping out the window and finding an early pick onto the IQ, and well, now those Velcams are gonna be pretty much up for the rest of the round, as they're super well hidden on the bomb field.
Yeah, it's hard to see through those leaves. Um, but yeah, definitely, they still have a Monty. Definitely still seeing Monty is one of those operators that's been seeing more and more play in a lot of our collegiate matches as people are really realizing how useful he can be in holding like power positions, right? Making sure that defenders don't have just one big, powerful angle that they can be watching and cover a really big sphere of influence, but Monty can just help crack those positions up a lot.
Yeah, especially Monty, basically being a human-sized drone, being able to push up right into the defender's
Ooh.
face just to get them something to worry about. But it's actually going to be Rapid on the other side of the map to find a second frag onto Rebel. And well, Mason here is going to be droning. I don't think he saw the Jaeger who's sitting right next to his copy window. He's going to rappel in, and he's on camera. Jaeger is completely on camera, and Sledge is just going to walk right by him. And Jaeger still doesn't know. My hand is on my head. My mouth is just agape right now because he's still just watching main. He's giving so much intel to Imagine, who's running out main door, that there's going to be a second attacker, Monty, who repels in and misses him entirely as well. William is just so sneaky, but aloof from the grave, is going to find a pick onto Rapid with the Claymore from outside, pushing in though. Sledge with that shotgun is going to sit Monty down, probably hard aiming, but Mason is going to pick up the frag and actually get two off of it, as Imagine finds one bottom spiral, and that's Thermite off the board. Now it's Jaeger and Vigil all against Sledge. Sledge does have sight, but the defenders are collapsing on him from two different directions. And, unfortunately, probably a mispress of the knife there. It's going to cost him his life as William finishes up that round, cleans it up, finally deciding to get off that camera from Copy Wit corner.
Maybe if he had a sword rather than a knife, he
Yeah,
would have been able to hit
probably
that.
worked out a little bit better.
Yeah, but wow, really good frags coming out from Mason. We see a little light at the end of the tunnel here. A glimmer of hope for Syracuse to bring it back. Oh, we see Tachanka pick coming up from Ripid. Oh, this is not what you want to see. Yeah, okay, there we go. Ella is a little bit more of a
He's
standard
obviously
pick.
hiding it. He's going to 6 on to Tachanka.
Oh my god, yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. You don't want to see a Valk player get so confident. They say, you know what, screw it, I'm playing Tachanka.
Honestly, the Valkyrie is why they're doing so as well as they are, just having that loads of intel. But Rapid is, of course, going to 6 onto that Tachanka. But this might actually be what Syracuse needs, just that little bit of overconfidence to take not so strong operators to kind of get around on the board and get some momentum going.
Yeah, we even see the mind game coming out from Syracuse over here. Lord Llama's 6-picking Blitz from into Nomad. That's
you know, the Tachanka was actually a 6-pick to counter the Blitz. I think that's what it was.
Yeah. What can Blitz do? You just shoot at his feet through the Tachanka turret.
I guess so. Until that Tachanka rework comes out, I think we still got a couple seasons until that happens, where he's actually probably going to be pretty viable. But unfortunately, he's still going to have that stationary turret with the face shield on it, so it can soak up quite a bit of damage. He's going to be playing it actually at the
That is a really
right
good
hand.
spot. Yeah, that is a really good spot, actually. He can peek the top of yellow stairs through the windows, the front windshield of the white van, or just straight up over the deployable shield of any of the Habana pellets open up like a face level hole into the side of the wall there. Yeah, until they take out that deployable shield, Tachanka is basically unstoppable.
But of course, we're going to see Imagine on the Vigil roaming all the way up top in admin. Going to be looking for some early picks here as he hears the Ash breaching charge break open one of the admin windows. There's a drone in Visa down below him, but I don't think there's any above, as the rest of the attackers are going to start trying to push Piano, trying to get some vertical play. And actually, they could, if they played it right, root Tachanka out of that corner with some vertical play. But most of them are going to be focusing their take on admin here, pushing from multiple windows, a lot of flashes going out. You saw some drones as well, just trying to get Imagine off the board as early as possible because he's been such a pain in their sides.
Right, for sure. Imagine doing that. Oh, almost a headshot there. Imagine doing a great job at just making sure that admin, basically a tertiary site, tertiary room for St. Clair isn't being contested. Oh, just barely missing. Oh, coming towards the top of the yellow stairs. Mason gonna get shut down from Imagine here.
Oh my
They
gosh.
are going to find their way into admin, but Lord Llama's taken down by Impact. That's going to be Nomad off the board. Hopefully, he's used some of his air jabs here.
Rapid trying to bait the attack to push Garage, pointing out that there is no denial such as Bandit, Mute, or Cade on it, just trying to get the attack to push into his turret because he's stuck there pretty much for the rest of the round unless he wants to move his turret. But Rebel on cameras is going to be caught off guard by Imagine, and that's the diffuser up top in admin. It's now down just to Aloof in Laza, man. They have to take admin, which is the complete opposite side of the map from Garage. And well, of course, Imagine's going to be holding that diffuser and is going to find another pick.
That's a triple kill, right?
That's I think
that is a triple kill. Yeah.
It's going to be looking for a quad, though, as it's all down to Aloof. Going to be trying to push into admin to retake this diffuser. But Imagine just playing that elusive game, making sure to use that cloak so he can't be spotted on drones. Going to hit the drop shot and the headshot onto Aloof.
Wow, the drop hip fire. I don't think it was even intentional, too. Looks like he was probably going to go for a prone, just hold onto that corner because he heard the footsteps. But Hibana came around the corner just a little faster than he expected. But wow, still able to clutch out for himself, clutch out that kill, and find his 4th kill. I believe that's his second 4K. No, he got a 3K beforehand. But wow, just Imagine and Rapid absolutely doing fantastic on the side of St. Clair, making sure that Syracuse doesn't have any sort of breathing room. And I think that's the idea behind the line pick here from Syracuse.
Yeah, you can see that they tried the shield. They tried just everything they could. They tried working really well, pushing admin with the flashes going out, but none of it's quite working out for them. So they're going to revert to the Lion and Ying to really get rid of Imagine and Rapid. Try to destroy the roam game as early as possible here, as they will be going back to lobby. And St. Clair's
Monty
looking for a perfect half here.
Right. Switching over onto Caveira, I feel like Rapid is also just going to be trying to push his luck here with the solo kills that he's been getting all throughout this game. A single, what am I thinking of? Interrogation, there we go. A single interrogation would just be absolutely huge for St. Clair. It would probably be the entire round taken for them, actually.
Oh yeah, that would just amplify SU's aggression, and actually Rapid realizing that SU kind of pushes by themselves. Not so much that last round, they pushed really well as a team, but a lot of the times they have 1 or 2 people pushing by themselves, so Rapid really could emphasize on that.
For sure. But this time around, they're going to have to be a little bit careful. They do have a Monty, they do have a Lion. If anything, they still do have a Ying for a lot of these clears in regards to the roamers. So they are going to have to be a little bit more careful, but it looks like they're confident in doing what they've already been excelling at doing this entire match.
And so again, a pretty standard take. We might actually just see a front door take from SU here as Lion and Monty both rotate over. They might just say, hey, screw the roamers, this is Siege. We're just going to play site and plant the diffuser. They have the smokes on the Monty as well as the cover from his shield to do it, as long as they have some coordination. But St. Clair on the defense with a smoke is going to be a little bit of a problem. Those toxic babes he has in his pocket do lots of damage and could potentially stop this, but that's if he realizes soon enough.
Right, for sure. Definitely a really good a counter to Monty. Just toxic gas. Just make sure he can't move forward there. But looks like we have both the roamers from St. Clair hanging on the bottom side. Monty gonna go for some cheeky punches as Lion's Scan goes off. Oh, he's going for some extra punches as William does find a couple of shots onto his feet, and that's gonna be B side door open. Oh my God, is Lazaman gonna know there's someone right outside his door.
This is the worst operator you want to lose to an
Oh, God.
interrogation here. Is
Oh,
he going
no.
down and is going to go for the interrogation. Lion is the operator that's meant to shut that interrogation down, but now that he's dead, the defense is just going to run
Oh,
wild
no.
here, jumping out windows, trying to look for any picks, but all of the defense is
Ooh.
going to be holding in Mason. The fragger for SU is going to find the pick onto Rapid and sit him down, even though Rapid has walls. But Mason is going to have to face William, who's holding long desk up top, pushed up onto him, but just a little too close for comfort as Mason does fall.
Wow, that's actually interesting. That did get the interrogation off, but looks like St. Clair was able to get, Syracuse was able to get a kill before the interrogation ended. But now, as I say that, Lord Llamas and Mason both getting taken down in the second floor. It's all going to be down to Aloof and Rebel on a 40-second left 2v4 here. As I say that, Aloof does get taken down, taken down to about 30 HP, as Rebel does find another kill on impact. Feet getting shot open from the hatch. It's all down to Rebel here.
This is just an insane hold from St. Clair, making almost the entire map seem as if it's the site, holding almost everywhere, not allowing the attackers to get in. But once the attackers get in, they do tend to frag as Rebel finds another pick. But with almost 10 seconds left on the clock, both Kendall's going to be going down. He has to get Diffuser and try for the plant here. Smokes in Piano. Vigil on the flank coming up behind him. He's going to be stuck in the Diffuser now as 0 seconds hit the clock. And he's going to be fragged out from Imagine, from bottom spiral, and that's a perfect half under St. Clair's belt. That's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, what a really good duel angle here. I just feel like it just it helps me understand just how good game sense a lot of the roamers on St. Clair have. Sorry, my English grammar is absolutely tanking today. Imagine just being able to go across the backside, making sure that they're not taking 1v1s, and it's an actual true 2v1. Makes it so that St. Clair isn't risking anything and is able to get close out that round. And like you said, it is going to be a flawless half match for the side of St. Clair here. What we see in the Amaru coming out too.
And oh my gosh, Imagine just soaring, even with the rehost after the first 2 rounds, already reaching double digits in just 4 rounds. Because of course the 2 first rounds were wiped clean thanks to the rehost. But Syracuse going on the defense here is going to start garage. They're not going to start up top floor. It's still between the top floor and garage tends to just be a preference. They're both very strong sites. And obviously Syracuse feels a bit more confident with garage here, and they're gonna have to fight. They cannot lose a single round on defense if they want the hope of tying this map out. There's no chance they can win this anymore because there is no overtime, so they're going to be fighting for the tie here, and they're going to have to go a perfect half, just like St. Clair did.
Right. It's definitely going to be an uphill battle for Syracuse here. A single round for St. Clair will allow them to take the win. Syracuse, however, is struggling right now for just to get the tie here, and they have to go, like you said, they have to go for a full half match, full 6-round sweep in order to get that tie. So it's going to be a really hard-fought battle for that.
Yeah, obviously, but Rebel and Mason starting to pop off towards the back end of the attack there. They could step it up for the defense, but Rapid, making true to his name, is going to run a Maru and repel very, very quickly into admin and push down. This take is just, they're going for a quick take here as he runs down Visa stairs and finds the frag onto Rebel. That's the Maestro off the board. That's the Aldegon. That's one of the major guns gone, and the call hasn't gone out. He walks in towards garage. He finds a free pick onto the cave. His impact finds another one onto Mason. That's the Jaeger off the board. It's not on just Tamazi on site, I believe. His companion Bandit is on the roam. No, he's on site as well. So they're both stuck garage. They're gonna have to clutch this out. Still one on each site, but Rapid is just gonna run in and find a triple, and that's a quad kill up to finish Consulate. And that was Syracuse's pick. I'm sure Syracuse is looking not too forward to next map here.
Yeah, what a game from St. Clair, making it a flawless victory, 7-0 for the round for the side of St. Clair. Wow, St. Clair finding a win for St. Clair. Oh god. But yeah, Rapid really living up to his name, just running in there, He started from the second floor as well. Just ran all the way down yellow stairs, and Visa stairs, and ran all the way down spiral. And was just able to clear out the entire map almost by himself there. Wow.
Yeah, St. Clair looking like they've been playing on consulate since day one. Like I said, the roam game just being super, super strong on the roam, just holding down the entire map as if it was their own.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully, we get to see a little bit more gunplay from both sides here on Clubhouse, and we might be going into a quick 5 minute break here as teams are requesting it. But yeah, next map in Clubhouse is going to be Syracuse's map. That's a weird word, Syracuse's. It is going to be their map, so hopefully we get to see a lot more gunning coming out of from their side here.
Clubhouse is St. Clair's map, not
Oh,
consulate was Syracuse's map, and
my
they
bad.
lost it 0-7.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, this is going to be a huge uphill battle for St. Clair. But
For
I mean,
Syracuse.
yes, for Syracuse.
Oh god.
We're both we need this 5 minute break. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. Stay
Get some
tuned
water.
for Clubhouse.
Broken alone, I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know.
Hello and welcome back, everyone. Hope you guys had a nice glass of water, had a time to stretch. Definitely want to be working out a little bit, and whenever you get the time to, and just self-isolation time. But yeah, we're going to be going right back into the game. St. Clair versus Syracuse, going to St. Clair's map on Clubhouse here. Um, any thoughts on Clubhouse?
I mean, personally, I love the map. It's
Mhm.
I Consulate for me is always an insta ban, just because you could see that Syracuse was struggling to get into the building, and I always struggle with that as well. Just because of how the map is made, Clubhouse is a lot more dynamic. It's not just a rectangle; you can kind of get in and push a little bit
Ooh.
easier. But I mean, the ban's already halfway through here. We're seeing the Thatcher off the board again. This time, Syracuse banning it instead of St. Clair. Again, a really standard ban in terms of ranked and competitive play. The
Use the mud.
Maverick, also the Maverick
Mhm.
being banned. Yeah, unfortunately they can't hear us, so they didn't know that we went over that already. We got it covered. Don't worry. The Maverick, just one of the hard breachers being off the board, isn't anything crazy for Clubhouse. You usually
Oh
ban at
my.
least one of them, either Maverick, Habana, or Thermite. This case being Maverick. Echo
Wait,
being
St.
banned
Clair.
as well.
Yeah, St. Clair just banned Echo, and like I said, Kali is not legal, so Thatcher Maverick off the board. I feel like Syracuse just doesn't. Yeah, there you go. They didn't ban Kaid, which is really just. It makes it so that St. Clair literally cannot open up any of the hatches on basement, which makes basement way easier to hold on Syracuse's side. I think that was
Well,
a little bit of a misplay from St. Clair's side.
never say never. There are still operators that can counter it. IQ's drone can always go down beneath and shock the Electro Claw
Twitch's
off.
drone.
Twitches, yeah.
Oh, there you go. So you said IQ's drone.
I was thinking
All
IQ
good.
because IQ can see him through the hatch, but unfortunately
That's
she can't
true.
quite do anything about it. But yeah, Twitch's drone can always go beneath and shock it. And actually, for the Moto Electro Claw, you can throw a nade from like mid main stairs, bounce it off underneath the hatch, and it'll actually blow the Claw off. That's kind of
Oh
a little
my.
trick if no one knew that.
I
As well
didn't know
as
that, yeah.
Thermite, you can place his exothermic charge on the soft floor next to a hatch, and the range that it opens will open the hatch up. That
Mhm.
can be shot through the floor. So it's definitely going to be a lot more difficult to get the hatches open if they are electroclawed. But Siege is a game where you can never say never. There's so many counters.
That's
There's
true.
so many layers to everything. If you dedicate enough time and utility, you can pretty much do whatever you want. But everything does come at a cost. The Thatcher band will make the attack have to push in a bit more, have to play a bit more risky, which will allow the defense to get some easier picks.
Yeah, for sure. We do see full reinforcements coming out onto the garage here from Aloof and Lord Llamas. That's pretty indicative of Syracuse holding the top rafters of garage pretty hard, which is definitely a really strong position for the defenders here. We do see Mason on Mozzie as well, just for that intel denial as well as gathering. But we do see an interesting pick coming out from Lord Llamas, actually. A Cav coming on Syracuse's side rather than St. Clair, which we saw earlier.
Yeah, and again, round one with a 6 pick onto the Nook. We didn't, unfortunately, we really didn't get to see
Oh,
much of the Nook play, but it looks like Rapid, again, sticking true to his name, is going to be pushing in pretty aggressively from dirt, using those breach charges to open that up and already push into basement. And it's actually going to be aloof from Syracuse that finds the opening pick onto Imagine. What an amazing opening pick, actually. That's been
oh,
St. Clair's main fragger there, taken off the board so early, and Rapid looking for another is going to get tagged from bottom garage there,
oh.
and Rebel on top cash to clean that up, taking Rapid and Imagine the top 2 frags from last map off the
Wow.
board before a minute's even off the clock.
That was really good play coming out from Syracuse as well. Did you see that? Like there was a guy at the bottom of garage holding it. There was aloof inside stock holding it, and there was a third on top of CC stairs. So they really had some really good communication going on. Oh, Mason finding another kill into Agent. And it's gonna be down to a 2v. I spoke too soon. A 1v5 as aloof finds the head of impact, and William does get the wall open, but I don't think it's going to be too useful here as he's just by himself. A minute 30 left on the clock, taking out his exothermic for a little second there.
Yeah, this is a completely different team Syracuse
Ooh.
is playing right now, trying to get that flawless round. Rebel's going to be peeking Thermite from Server's balcony and will be felled. He's going to be drop off that balcony as the defense is going to be pushing quite aggressively as Mozzie hops out and chucks a Nitro up on Server Belk, but he's not there anymore. He's going to drop down. He's just waiting. He has a minute left, so he doesn't have to push quite yet. He's hoping that the defenders are going to get too aggressive and push into him so he can clean them all up. But
Yep.
they're all going to retreat back to site and play it smartly.
This is good. Just look at how much time Syracuse has wasted just from acting like they're going to be aggressive, but not actually doing anything. Only smoke went down, and they took almost an entire minute off of Williams' timer here.
He's going to have to do something. Is that clock does not stop counting down, and when it reaches 0, you need to have diffuser down, or else it's going to be Syracuse's first round of the night on the board. Williams going to be slowly pushing into garage here. Everyone from garage has backed out, looking at some long angles, not quite being able to make great use of that ACOG as Aloof finds another. And oh my, I don't know what Syracuse did between the break there, but they seem like a completely different team, being super confident on the roam there and taking him out very early. I don't know if it's just St. Clair being overly cocky, but I mean, props to Syracuse for coming off of that 7-0 loss and turning it around into a round win, looking to take Clubhouse.
Yeah, that's going to be a decent amount of momentum shut down from St. Clair, making them maybe rethink their confidence that they came in probably into this game as well, coming off of last game. We do see similar op picks coming out from Syracuse again, but opting for the Legion Valk instead. That's going to be a lot more intel from both of these operators, far and close to site. We're still going to see the Caveira. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Maybe we're going to see a 6 pick from Lord Llamas here.
Just trying to make up his mind, trying to figure out what's going to counter this attack the best. And he's going to opt to take that Cade, making use of the Thatcher and Maverick ban to try to keep those hatches closed for as long as possible. Definitely a smart play because Thatcher and Maverick are banned. The attack's going to have to get creative to open up those hatches if they do get electrified.
Right, for sure. It's going to be extremely hard to take out those reinforced hatches, and so it's really going to come down to St. Clair doing that roam clear first as fast as possible, and then just brute forcing their way onto site, either through blue, maybe dirt, or main stairs. There's actually a lot of good options for St. Clair to take. If they do coordinate it well, they can have 3 different angles that Syracuse has to watch: dirt, blue, and bottom main stairs, and they do have a decent chance at overpowering the defenders like that.
Yeah, interestingly enough, St. Clair is only going to bring 1 hard breach, sticking to just the Thermite. Usually for Clubhouse, you see at least 2, whether that be Habana Thermite or Mavin Thermite, but they're not quite going to... Syracuse isn't going to quite capitalize on that fact, as they leave dirt completely soft. This could be a huge pushing point for the attackers, as they can pretty much get to site just from walking down a hallway. I don't believe any of the defenders are really even holding that, but they're going to put that to the side just right yet, as they're going to be trying to clear Mason out of master bedroom here. He's spotted on the drones, and well, he's now stuck in showers if they get some crossfire. You see Agent Tour here on the Capital holding from outside, looking towards those main stairs, making sure he can't rotate back down. Fortunately, Mason does have that super shorty in his back pocket, so he can open hatches and drop down if need be.
Yeah, for sure. A minute already left off the clock, and looks like there's not much movement from both sides. We're just holding angles here, making sure that, oh, look at that really nice bullet hole that Rapid is going through. But yeah, there's still, St. Clair needs to clear out the roamers from the second floor. They are going to spot out Mozzie here, who does take out the drone over there. But oh, look at that. Rapid is holding down a nice angle from master bedroom, from gym looking into master bedroom. And now we're going to see a little bit of entrance onto the secondary rooms from St. Clair.
What a great play coming out from Mason here. Already almost 2 minutes off the clock, 2/3 of the round gone, and he's still on the roam. They don't know where he is. All the drones that have went towards him have been shot, and then he's relocated. But it's actually going to be William that finds the opening pick through the kitchen floor, and he's going to be opening up kitchen hatch by placing the EXO on the soft floor next to it. And it does actually open that up. So now the attackers are going to probably be funneling through kitchen. But you see Mason holding it from by pool. But it's going to be William with another pick. The Thermite becoming the Fragmite with 2 picks on the board already. And Mason might have to make a move here. But you actually see Rapid holding out far on the rappel. But it's actually going to be Imagine who pushes Mason and sits him down. But there's only 30 seconds left on the clock.
Right, that's some really good angle holding from St. Clair, making sure that no one's back is left unprotected. Mason, even despite having a really good position to flank there, wasn't able to find the kill onto anyone from St. Clair, and now it's just down to Rebel and Aloof, both sitting around half HP. Rebel gets taken down from Impact and is just down to Aloof. He does find the head of one, but gets shot from main stairs, I believe, as Imagine takes the kill onto Aloof, closing out the round. First round win on this map for St. Clair.
Yeah, St. Clair, I mean, St. Clair definitely after that round 1 loss kind of took a step back. They said, hey, you know, we pushed this in a bit too aggressively. Let's sit back and push this a bit more methodically, drone it out, and play it a bit more smart.
Yeah, for sure. There was a lot of really good plays coming out from St. Clair on that side. They were able to just, I thought it was going to be a little dangerous going in, as they were taking quite a bit of time to go for the for drones, but it worked out beautifully for St. Clair as they were able to just cover all their angles and just take the hatches. Like you said, Thermite was able to open up kitchen hatch by placing the exothermic on the soft floor right next to the hatch. And as long as no one from Syracuse shoots up through the ground, that goes uncontested and the hatch gets open. So if you're playing Kaid and don't have and you know that the attacking side doesn't have Kali, doesn't have Thatcher, doesn't have Maverick, you just have to make sure that no one that exothermic charges can't do that. And as long as you do that, I feel like Syracuse is golden here. But who knows? A lot of times this game already I've had to bite my words again.
That's the beauty of Siege, is so much can change between rounds, between maps. It's all about just realizing what you did wrong and fixing it, or realizing where the attack kind of suffers and extorting that. As we saw Lazaman actually reinforcing dirt this round, making sure the attackers don't get to open that up for free. But an interesting pick from St. Clair, Rapid on the Lion. We haven't seen this from St. Clair quite yet, so going to try to be rooting the roamers out as quick as possible. Syracuse is going to be going back into basement, meaning that they'll probably have another roamer again. And yes, they do. They have Mason up top in Logi, but with him is Rebel on the Ella, going to be trying to give him some backup, maybe try to get some picks instead of just playing the retreat game this time.
Right, for sure. Like you said, Lion is definitely a really interesting pick coming out from St. Clair, but definitely going to be super strong in clearing out these roamers, especially paired with Imagine's Jackal. They do see a footprint off of Mozzie on the second floor, so they do know what they're up against here. And again, Impact does find spots out Mason on the drone here. I don't think they know Rebel's also up here supporting him at the same time.
Aloof's upstairs is 2. That's 3 defenders upstairs. If the attack figures this out, they might be able just to hard push site. But if they do try to clear the roamers out, there's a lot of help available. I don't think they even saw Rebel, who's playing close to Mason, but they're gonna opt to, instead of pushing the defenders, just try to push site here, as we have kitchen and bottom main taken, and William's gonna try to open up that hatch again, but it's gonna be fragged from vertical holes from Rebel. Some nice angles opened up early on from Mason with that super shorty shotgun that allowed that to happen, and that's Thermite off the board. That's St. Clair's only hard breacher. This is going to be really tough for St. Clair to bring back.
Right, that's some really good show of adaptability coming out from Syracuse. They knew exactly what went wrong last round, and they're capitalizing on it, making sure that if St. Clair does the same thing again, they know exactly what to do, and that's what we're seeing right here. Syracuse being able to find these frags, and I feel like St. Clair, with their first EDD, is going to try to clear out these roamers on the top floor, but it's going to be, the time is ticking down, the Elemine goes off, and that's going to be Mason finding 2 kills onto Impact and Imagine. It's all going to be down to just Rapid, who does find the hip fire kill onto Rebel. And Agent 2 is just holding out main stairs for Rapid as second E1D does come out. Mason holding it close, does find the headshot onto Rapid, and it's all going to be down to Agent Tour.
Yeah, Mason with a triple, definitely showing that, hey, I can frag too, look at me. Holding down that top floor very well. And, well, it's all down just to Agent Tour here. He does have the diffuser in hand. He's going to be looking to try to get this Mozzie out, but with 15 seconds, he's going up the stairs instead of down towards site. And I think even if he pulled out his pistol and ran towards site right now, I still don't think he'd have time. The Grismont goes off, slowing him just a little bit. And yeah, Syracuse playing that really smartly, adapting to how St. Clair pushed and sitting them down almost completely there. Beautiful adaptation.
Right. Yeah. This is just like you said earlier. This is just a completely different school that I think we're seeing playing behind these operators. They're just playing, and like I'd like to restate that this clubhouse map is St. Clair's choice, and it looks like we're gonna have that common theme of each college doing better on the other team's map choice here.
Yeah, you love to see it. Clubhouse is a defender-sided map, though. So this is another map where if you go into the half at a 4-2 split, like that's pretty middle of the road. So this could be completely different in the second half, but we're just gonna have to wait to see. If Syracuse keeps this adapting up, it's definitely going to be their game, because they just completely shut St. Clair down. And yeah, it took them around 2, but now if they go back to Church Arsenal, well, they know exactly what to do to stop that push and to do it very effectively.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to be going back into cash CC here. And looks like they're going to Syracuse is going to opt to bring the same operator lineup. And Rapid switching onto the Buck this time around. That's gonna make things really difficult for Lazaman to properly bandit trick that main site wall. Rapid just gotta burst out the bottom floor and make sure it's basically impossible to bandit trick. Even with the Kaid, Rapid can shoot it out, and that's gonna basically be the wall for William to open for free.
Yeah, this entire attack loadout here is just completely revolved around getting that wall open. Each operator does something to help open that wall up. Whether it's Buck, who bucks below, Sophia, who can impact from below, or even concuss from the drone hole to deny Bandit from placing the battery. Capitout to flame the wall from server window, or IQ, who can just shoot the gadgets from below, and then of course Thermite, who opens up the wall. It's an entire attack made to get that wall open. I'd be very surprised if Syracuse manages to keep that wall closed, but Lord Llama's playing all the way in strip on the Caveira there, playing it very sneaky, going to be opting for a very late retake most likely, and Mason's going to be back in bedroom where we've seen him hold it very well before, but just can he do it this round?
Right. with the Buck and the Zofia coming out from the side of St. Clair, that's going to give him a lot of destructibility through the soft floors. And we see IQ here getting rid of the Jaegers. Oh, looks like it's going to be stopped by a little bit of metal flooring there as he struggles to figure it out. But yeah, the Zofia charges and Buck's skeleton key can open up the entire floor, basically all of cash, and a lot of the floor of CCTV, which makes it just so much harder for Syracuse to hold. As Imagine is already taking control of Lounge here as Agent Tour finds the first kill onto Aloof, and that's going to be Jaeger off the board. That's a lot of good fragging power.
Rapid's going to follow it up with another pick onto Llamas. That's a Guevara off the board. They had a drone in bar watching for the flank, but Rapid is just wreaking havoc here, opening up below that server wall and finding a pick onto Rebel on the smoke. Mason trying to make up for it, though, dropping down Jim, finding a pick onto Impact, and Lazaman finding another one onto Rapid. That was from server. I believe that was in towards the garage. Agent Tour has taken it as well, and through the wall, Lazaman with a down, bringing it essentially to a 2v2, but Imagine's going to be pushing up those cash stairs, and he's going to take out Lazaman. It's now all down to Mason, who's pushing up behind Imagine, but not quite soon enough. He's going to opt to rotate garage. He knows one's down, but now he's back up. Nitro goes up, but doesn't quite land, and it's just down to Agent and Imagine. Imagine's going to be maybe decides to start planting. He does have the option to do so now. Now that Mason used that Nitro, he can't place it on the floor to get him off the plant. Probably would have been better worth saving that Nitro for the plant. But William, still being down at a quarter HP left, is probably going to be revived, as it is a post-plant situation here. Agent Tour and Imagine just need to hold long angles, because Mason has to push back up. He's going to find Imagine first on cash stairs. They're going to be exchanging some bullets. No damage done quite yet, but Lazaman is going to find trying onto William, almost winning it out, but Imagine sits him down very soon after.
Nice. Yeah, like you said, I feel like the C4 could have been way better used on the plant, but it would have been really nice to have found the player holding the top of rafters there. But yeah, Mason opting to instead take the long way around all the way up main stairs is going to take a lot of time off the board for Syracuse. And that's going to be the second round win for St. Clair as they tie it up to a 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, already Clubhouse is looking much different than Consulate did, being a much more back and forth game, a lot more of an even matchup. St. Clair apparently just being very good on Consulate, but Syracuse definitely stepping it up here on Clubhouse, probably just knowing the map better. Without having, with Church Arsenal still locked, they're going to go all the way back up to CCTV cash. And they're going to bring a Cade instead of the Bandit this time, as well as 6 from the smoke onto the dock, trying to get an ACOG on the board just to hold some of those longer angles. Well, actually, 2 ACOGs is Cade does have that ACOG on his TCSG.
He has an AUG right now instead of TCSG.
Never mind.
One can dream. But yeah, Rebel definitely has that ACOG. Going to be really useful in holding down places like top of rafters or holding down DC stairs is definitely a favorite. But yeah, Kaid is going to make it so that it's going to be harder to find the hard wall breach denial that Rapid and Impact are actively trying to do. It's so much easier to find the big bandit batteries on the floor, but you're gonna have to do a little bit more looking to actually find it as Rapid, and that's actually precious time that the roamers in Syracuse can take advantage of and shoot Rapid and Impact as they're looking up through the ceiling and get caught off guard.
Yeah, fortunately for St. Clair, they do have that IQ that with her gadget can spot that out very quickly. She doesn't even need the floor to be open to shoot it, but Imagine has been more on that fragging role as opposed to that support, so I'd be surprised if he went over to clear that out. He's instead going to drone out strip and try to look for this roamer that played there last time, but there is no roamer there this time, so he'll take it for free. Instead, Aloof's going to be playing all the way down in Arsenal.
Ooh. They do have drones looking at different people, getting intel on where all the different ops are. Oh, he's going to opt for this really Really risky peek. He should be at a disadvantage here, but looks like they're just on drones instead. Found the kill, but no, doesn't expect crazy plays coming like that from Rebel here. And yeah,
Yeah,
that's going to be St. Clair quickly taking control of first floor. Imagine all the sitting already in bar. Rapid finding the kill into Laza, man. That's going to be Kaid down. As soon as they find the charge, they should be able to find the Electroclaw. They should be able to get the wall open. That's going to be really good for St. Clair here.
yeah, Jaeger just holding a very passive angle from bottom main there, just biding his time, gonna wait to flank up, but imagine being just as passive there, holding, waiting for the flank from the Jaeger. It looks like Rapid here is going to be trying to push in through G2. His skeleton key in his hand can open that wall very quickly. His impact opens below cash wall, and Aloof will find Imagine. I don't know if he turned away at the wrong time or just wasn't watching it quite as well as he should be, but Impact's going to be looking for this
There you go.
and he will finally find it and allow William on the Thermite to open that wall up.
Yeah, but look at the timer. It's a minute left on the clock. St. Clair is going to have to make things work pretty fast. And as I say that, Rapid does find the kill onto Aloof. And that's going to be the last roamer off the board, unless you count Mason here in construction as a roamer. Yeah, 45 seconds left. Time is ticking down. Like you said, the timer doesn't stop for anybody. And it's going to be on St. Clair's move here, just to try to take sight within the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, Syracuse though still does have a pretty solid hold. They have someone Rafters and 2 in cash, but I say that an Ancient Tour is going to find a pick on to Mason. That's the Mozzie off the board, and it's down to just Doc and Maestro, 2 beefy boys trying to win this out, but William's going to take the peek onto Doc and sit him down. It's now down just to Llamas here. All that in his hand, 81 bullets on standby. Is going to try to wallbang, doesn't quite find it. He's going to be shooting through the wall, but he's being shot from multiple directions. He's going to rotate to top cash, and the diffuser's going down. The diffuser's down for St. Clair. He's going to have to try to push it, but William there, just coming off the plant, is going to sit him down. That's round 3 for St. Clair.
Wow. Just when it started looking good for Syracuse, now St. Clair just started to go for those aggressive gunfights and actually winning most of them. And taking that round for St. Clair, making it a 3-2 on Clubhouse.
Yeah,
I'm guessing Syracuse is going to go downstairs here, yeah.
Yeah, they won downstairs. They did lose to St. Clair first, but the adaptation definitely bought them the very solid round win. But St. Clair is definitely bringing it back quite a bit here. They're working a lot more as a team. They're not just running in and fragging. They're dedicating people to watch the flanks, although not always finding the pick off of that, but having the intel there to deny it. Rebel gonna be showing to Tachanka. That's never an op you want to play against. The Lord is just, it's too OP, and thankfully Syracuse knows that and won't be abusing him.
Right, the Lord has to choose you. You can't choose the Lord.
Obviously.
But yeah, I feel like that Tachanka's 6 pick onto Doc is a little bit of a cheeky statement towards St. Clair, as before they brought Tachanka for realsies when they played the match on Consulate. But yeah, we're going to be going straight back down into basement here. Different ops are going to be coming out from Syracuse here, as they're holding the dock that they pulled out during Cash and Archives. They're also bringing in an alibi, which I think is going to be really good for Syracuse if St. Clair keeps playing the way that they have and pushing at the final 30 seconds or so. Those Prismas are actually going to be really, really jarring to see which angles they should be looking at, as Prismas are really detrimental to shoot once you only have 10 seconds left.
I think Carpe, our observer here, is trying to show to us that Kitchen Hatch is still very much soft. And
oh no.
That's not looking very good for the defense there. This up top hold works so well because Thermite went to breach Kitchen Hatch, and, well, pretty much any attacker can just open that up from afar, whether that be Jackal with his secondary shotgun, Buck with his skeleton key, or so for those impacts. They don't have to worry about getting close. They can open that up from a bit of a distance there.
Yeah, literally 4 operators on St. Clair can open that hatch. Everyone but Agent Tour. I guess Agent Tour can open it by shooting like all of his bullets, but that's definitely not something that you want to do either. Yeah, Rapid opening up the round, getting the headshot onto Mason. That's going to be a lot of intel denial from Syracuse off the board, and that's Mozzie. That's a really good operator to have alive.
Oh, that's a very late round reinforcement from Llamas. They do get the kitchen
Oh,
hatch reinforced and electrified, but
oh,
St. Clair already has a hold of above and will find Llamas through the vertical play. And that's almost the roamers off, but Aloof's still up there, and the attackers didn't know. He's going to find a quick pick onto Imagine there, and it's just going to rotate away. Going to be trying to rotate all the way back down to site because, well, they're still at the man disadvantage, and he brought it back just a little bit, but they're going to be able to do that a lot better from sight. They have the advantage holding angles and, well, having the barb and extra utility there just to help them with slowing down the push.
yeah, that's the kind of refragging that Syracuse needs right now. Aloof struggling to do all the refrags, but at least finding one is still a really good start for Syracuse, as they still do have the MP5 with the ACOG on Rebel. Pushing up the top of Lounge here, looking to Bar, trying to find some cheeky kills on maybe Thermite. Aloof going for those bullet holes. Actually, no, screw that. Opting for the punch hole instead. It is a little bit difficult to look with the hollow sight through those. But yeah, Lazaman, Rebel, Aloof, all holding really cheeky angles that they can find more than one kill on. And 55 seconds left on the clock. St. Clair is going to have to start pushing onto site very soon.
Yeah, so Aloof got the pick and rotated back down to site at 45 seconds, or at a minute and a half. And it being down to 45 seconds, meaning that St. Clair wasted an entire 45 seconds droning out no one. And that's going to be huge, because now they're down to 30 seconds. Kitchen Hatch finally getting opened here. And, well, Rebel's still on the flank, and Lounge, this could be huge if he decides to try to rotate back, but he's just going to hold that, make sure no one pushes behind him, as he does hear Rapid open up Garage, but Rapid's not even going to go towards Lounge. He's probably going to be dropping Oil Pit there to put some pressure on Jaeger from behind. He is pushing up slowly, both defenders with their backs turned, because the smokes are going out from sight, but a double pick for Aloof on the drop down as Rapid finds one on the Lazaman, and Impact pushing in very deep will find the pick onto Aloof, and it's not now just a Rebel who is all the way up in Lounge. He's got to go through Rapid and Impact here. He's got to try to do it before the diffuser goes down. He does find Rebel, but Impact has the diffuser down and is now back on gun. He's going to overstim because he's got 3 of those in his pocket. Doing a quick jiggle peek. He's going to try to beef the shots. But as we all know, Siege has one-shot headshots. It doesn't matter if you have 140 health or 1, you get one-shot headshot. And that was almost a beautiful clutch there from Syracuse. But unfortunately, St. Clair had that on lock.
Wow. Yeah, what a round coming out from St. Clair, just opting to say, screw it, let's drop Kitchen Hatch. And it somehow worked out for St. Clair there. I think 3 dropped Kitchen Hatch, if I'm wrong, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe 2 dropped and one came down main stairs. But yeah, there were 3 people in Armory. One of which went down, I believe it was Lazaman, but they were able to get that plant down and hold it down, as Rebel took a little bit too long to rotate back around, and it's going to be the first round, first half of the match going 4-2 in favor of St. Clair, and hopefully Syracuse can bring this back around on their attack side.
Yeah, St. Clair went 4-2 on the attack. I know I said 4-2 is a good spot to be in, but for a defense hold, Syracuse is gonna have to work something out here. So far, both last map and this map, whoever gets the opening pick actually translates it into a round win for a 1-for-1. So Syracuse just needs to start finding some opening picks, and that will most likely lead to a round win. But some early damage being done onto Imagine. I was looking at my caster sheet here. Did you see what happened, Kevin?
Yeah. Imagine just ran in front of Agent Tour's shotgun as he was making that rotate hole on the top of rafters. It happens. I feel it every now and then as a Doc main myself. You just have to use one of your stims and play the game like you've only had 2. So that happens every now and then.
SAS shotgun though, he's lucky he only got 25 worth of damage done to him. That shotgun usually is just an instant down, depending on how many of the pellets. That's the word I'm looking for. How many of the pellets hit you? Obviously not being centered in Agent's crosshairs. Luckily for Imagine, he will have to use one of those sims, but he's back at full HP. That's one of the beauties of playing Doc is, well, no damage is really permanent until you run out of stims, of course. Here we see Rebel opening up that single construction
Ooh.
wall just early on, just trying to put a little bit of pressure onto the defense, but the door into construction's barricaded. I doubt they even heard that.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of an oversight coming out from St. Clair. Usually you want that construction wall to be reinforced to make the job a little easier for your roamers to go through to and from construction and master bedroom. But with that off the board, I'm guessing that St. Clair doesn't even have any intentions of holding construction whatsoever and just holding it from cash instead. As that's the case as we see here. We see 2 on top of CC. We see Imagine playing Doc on top of Rafters. And we see William holding it down from Cash Room here.
So we see Aloof on the Habana opening up G1. That's the double garage wall, trying to get an angle to cut off the garage balcony server, rotate through that window. But William on the castle has already shut that rotate down with a castle barricade. Instead opting for a rotate in the wall covered by a shield. Definitely a good play. Rapid here playing in lounge is going to drop down and rotate all the way down to bottom main, and Jackal's on cams. Rapid is going to see him. Oh, and he's going to toy him.
No.
I've seen these end badly. Rapid better not get too overly cocky here. But getting off, he's going to miss it. He will get sat down. What a huge misplay from Rapid. Mason, you absolute madman. What a beautiful play. Just hearing that missed knife and turning around and finding that one-shot headshot.
Oh, no.
Beautiful. That's a message for everyone who does that. Never take a chance. Always just take that frag.
Just go for the kills.
It could always turn out bad. William trying to turn it around, finds one onto Rebel, but Aloof just on the refrag will sit Imagine down. And, well, it's now down to a 3v4. And St. Clair's top fraggers are both off the board already. This is looking pretty good for Syracuse.
Yeah, 30 seconds left. Aloof, he does see, Impact does see a little bit of thermite on the outside of the window, Aloof on the outside of the window there, but it's down to a 3v3 as Lord Llamas does get taken down. 15 seconds left on the clock. They're just right across the corner from each other. Impact doesn't see Lazaman. Oh, he does take 2 down. Lazaman going into Cash Room. 7 seconds left on the clock. Lazaman's going to push aggressively into the hole, but doesn't see the defender coming up to him with the shotgun in time. And Agent Tour is going to take down Lazaman as that closes out the 5th round win for St. Clair.
I'm still just at a loss from that Jaeger and the Jackal on bottom main. Oh my!
That's a clip
gosh.
for sure.
That's the standard. You get overly cocky and you pay for it. Luckily, though, St. Clair was able to win that round out, but it definitely wasn't looking too good. But luckily, I believe that was, I don't even know who that was on the big T. I think that was William being able to sit down. William was on the castle. It was Impact or Agent. I'm not quite sure. Who on the big T on Cade? It was. Oh,
yeah. Impact was on.
Pretty sure it was
there.
It was okay. Cool. Yeah, Impact with that double pick onto Garage Balcony with that big T, showing that okay, maybe the nerf coming up to it might be worth it.
Yeah, the 55 damage. The reduction to from 84 is going to be a huge change.
Huge.
Yeah. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna shoot someone 4 times and they'll still not die because of some wall penetration plus shooting them in the limbs when normally they would die in 3 at the worst. But wow, yeah, those are some changes. But before those changes happen, Impact definitely making really good use of that TCSU along with the ACOG, holding down some really tight corners, making sure that St. Clair's defense is just airtight.
Yeah, Syracuse was like in between the defense there, but it didn't even matter. They had all of the angles they needed to be watched, and they held it down very, very well. And well, now St. Clair is going to be going all the way into basement here. It's going to be opting for a pretty strong roam game. Imagine spawn peeking. Nothing new. He's spawn peeked, I believe, every single defensive round, just barely missing the thermite.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. But no, he will find it. That's not the thermite. That's a buck. They don't have a thermite.
But that's the carrier, though.
That is the carrier. That's why I thought it was a thermite. That's diffuser down, and if he wanted to, he could hold it, which he's going to do. He's going to prone on top main and
greed.
hold that long angle. He's got the diffuser down. He can just watch that all game.
Back. Oh, he does see the legs. They are going to trade, but no. Imagine he's going to find the head of Lazaman. Oh, he's going to go for an aggressive run out onto anyone who's trying to take that diffuser again. But Mason is going to be on the aggressive hunt for Imagine as Aloof is finally opening up those hatches. And Imagine just running around the map, making sure that it's really hard for them to just pick the diffuser up a minute into the round already.
Yeah, Imagine did take quite a bit of damage for that, but for 2 picks and the diffuser down, that's definitely well worth it. He is going to be pushed from both the Dokkaebi and the Jackal. The Dokkaebi going to pick up the diffuser. As Jackal has called it, it's looking pretty clear. He has bedroom. He's not pushing too aggressively, but again, Jackal has the footprint scanner there. You know, Vigil's been all up and down that main hallway there. Why not scan his footprints, get the tracks on? I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, I feel like it's just a little bit of misclick coming from Mason. Oh, but as I said, he finds the kill anyways. It doesn't matter. Yeah, a minute 20 left on the clock, and that's going to be the roamers off of the side of St. Clair. And Aloof, Mason, and Lord Lamas has to find their way downstairs and make things happen. They can't take too long because these mirror windows are going to be the death of them. So you don't really expect mirror windows to be in the middle of church wall like that, but when they do, it's sometimes really hard to take care of without your nades and without any other gadgets for you to use.
Yeah, Dokkaebi losing her nades is going to have smokes left, and only one of them. So she could potentially cover the mirror window in that smoke screen, but you're still going to have to push through it. The walls next to it are still soft. They could still be shot through, and the attack's going to have to put something together here. They're kind of, looks like they're not quite sure what they're going to do here. They do have cameras to their disposal, so they can watch them, but the defense still can look at them, and they're actually going to spot Mason out, pushing down Blue, but he's got a mirror to face as well, and this isn't looking really good. He's going to try to smoke it. That ADS on the wall tight next to him isn't going to allow him to do that. The main Moto mirror will be smoked, but Rapid is still going to find the pick. I don't think the smoke screen did go down. As you just quick speak around the mirror, no. Jackal goes down in Blue, and Dokkaebi being forced to push Sight gets sat down by Rapid. And, well, St. Clair is one round away from winning this entire match out.
Right. Yeah, and St. Clair right now already securing a partial win is going to make sure that they're always going to come out of this game with 2 points out of 3 maximum. If they win one more round, they're going to be able to secure that last point. But yeah, Syracuse is going to have to fight for St. Clair to not get that point. Yeah.
Yeah, St. Clair just, again, finding their mojo and just stringing the rounds back together. 5 rounds in a row now, looking for the 6th just to tie this match into a nice, clean bow, get the win under their belt, as well as a 12-round differential, which would make the round differential positive, too, just buffing their stats a little bit. It's always nice to do that. But going to Gym Bedroom, a tertiary site. We have yet to see a tertiary site. So far, it's been just CCDV Cache or Church Arsenal, and Gym Bedroom. It's always an interesting site to watch.
These days, a lot of teams have been changing up. I think the most popular thing to do right now is to basically reinforce the entirety of cache wall, both of the walls entirely off, and then hold down a very long angle, where typically with an ACOG that impacts TCSG could come into play. And basically, once you hold down this angle that Carpe is showing us right now, you hold all 3 windows. The window in gym, the window in master bedroom, and the window in construction. No one can jump into those until you take out that one player sitting in cache room here. It's going to make it that much harder for Syracuse to attack site.
Yeah, not only that, if you fully reinforce cache, the attackers have to funnel through that single doorway unless they want to waste one of those exothermic charges on one of the cache walls to try to root them out of there. Imagine sticking true to his nature is going to be spawn peeking, but none of the attackers spawned on the west side there. They all spawned construction, but Rapid is in dirt here. He's probably going to be looking for a late peek. Probably has some bullet holes or punch holes on that dirt wall that is soft. Is going to hope an attacker crosses in front of those, but instead Monty and his big loud feet are going to stomp right over him, almost as if, haha, you can't get me.
Oh, yeah. They do see the castle barricades. They are pinging it out, but it's already 45 seconds into the round. Rapid's just chilling here, actually. Uh, maybe he's just alt tabbed out for a little second. Dirt's probably going to be clear. But yeah, a minute already off the clock, and it doesn't look like Syracuse is doing much. They do see that what's going on, and cash is what they typically see, but they do know the wall of cash is soft from CCTV side, so that could be a big misplay coming out from St. Clair. It's just going to make holding cash from that much harder to do.
Yeah, fortunately enough, though, Aloof is on the Claymores. He doesn't have boost charges, so yes, he can shoot through that wall, but he can't actually make a rotate to get through that unless one of his teammates decides to rotate over. Mason taking bottom garage. It's looking like he might try to move up there, but he's gonna hop on the drones just to ensure that he can rotate up there without getting fragged.
Oh.
Really? Just still
yeah.
holding it down.
Oh, he sees him.
Oh,
But no.
no. But the bulletproof is gonna find the frag on the castle through the little tiny pixel he has there. But Impact quick on the refrag is gonna take Llamas off the board. That's the Monty gone. That's a lot of utility. Zof is just trying to open up this weight room castle, but Imagine's holding below in pool, looking up through the hatch. And
Nice.
Impact again making beautiful use of the TCSG is gonna find another pick onto Rebel. That's the thermite off the board. No hard reach is gonna be done for SU, but Aloof, regardless, is going to make use of that sledge, rotate into cash, find the frag on the castle, and Lazaman from the other side of the map is going to find Ancient Tour and take smoke off the board.
Oh, that's the carrier.
Impact. That's a triple with the TCSG, just sitting the attackers down as they funnel through Logi Hatch. He has Diffuser down. He can just watch it now.
Wow, yeah, they know exactly where the other two attackers are by now, and they know that Diffuser is down. I don't think they know that they have the rotate from construction into site, but no, time's ticking down. 10 seconds left, and Aloof and Lazaman are gonna have to make something work. Aloof does find the kill onto Imagine, but Impact gets the refrag and with the second kill. That's an ace for Impact. Oh my god.
Ace with the TCSG to close out the match. Closing out both maps were very impactful rounds. But it was Impact on the end of Clubhouse with that ace. Big T in his hands.
Wow.
Great game. Great play from both of the teams. SU coming back after that 0-7 with some fire. Got a couple rounds off the bat, but unfortunately just lost momentum as, well, Impact really stepped it up this game. All of St. Clair just kind of fragging out. Beautiful plays from both sides.
Yeah, for sure. I thought it was going to be really close, and actually might even see like another round coming out from Syracuse. But wow, Impact definitely knows how to play with that TCSG. Sometimes it's a little bit of a difficult shotgun slash DMR ish kind of gun
It's
to
a
play
DMR.
with. Yeah, but it's just wow. That's some really good gameplay coming out from St. Clair, making sure that they're playing for the objective. They see the diffuser, the carrier go down, and they're playing exactly around that, knowing to play aggressively, and that's going to be their round win with a nice plus 12 round differential as well.
Yeah, definitely a nice way to close out the season. I believe week 7 is the last week. They might have one more, but just something a little bit to buff their stats. And Siege is always a fun game. I enjoy casting it. I enjoy playing it. It's always nice, especially with of course, the quarantine going on. A lot of stuff is shut down. But fortunately enough, not esports.
Yeah, looks like we're going to have an interview with Imagine here coming out from St. Clair. Nice. Hi, Imagine, how's it going, man?
Pretty good. How are you?
Nice. Definitely good seeing you play, actually. Congratulations on that win with a really fat round differential as well for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Blue Card, do you have any questions to start us off, or?
Yeah, Imagine. What were you thinking coming off of Consulate? That being Syracuse's map pick with a 7-0.
Honestly, after Consulate, we got a little overconfident and we got a little lazy, and it showed in the first couple rounds. And they're definitely a lot better at Clubhouse than they are Consulate.
Yeah, Syracuse took a couple rounds early, but you guys definitely brought it back towards the later half of the map. What did you guys do to kind of recenter yourselves there?
We basically just said to slow it down. We just started doing things too quick, not droning things, getting lazy. Thought we could get away with stuff, and after the couple rounds, we kind of figured it out and cleaned stuff up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it definitely showed. You probably one of the most aggressive players that I've ever seen, and you actually make it work very well. Dropping the diffuser out by construction. Do you have any tips, honestly?
A lot of it's just like map awareness and playing for a long time, and like having people on cams and getting calls on where people are. It helps a lot.
Yeah, I noticed you on the Valkyrie with your team on the Black Eyes. Definitely was an unstoppable force on Consulate there. Definitely some really good plays coming out. Uh, I mean, I'm out of questions, Kevin. You got any?
Oh yeah, sure.
He's loaded.
No. I won't take too much of your time. Is there any teammates that you would personally like to give a shout out to that you thought worked really well with you or just popped off today?
I mean, Impact popped off pretty well today. He got the clutch on the last round. That was pretty
That's
nice to
true.
see. Rapid for me, I've played with Rapid quite a bit for the past couple months now. I played with him last semester too. Me and him have a lot of synergy. Usually work well together. So definitely Rapid for sure too. Everyone
Yeah.
did well. Everyone pulled their part. Was on
Yeah,
cams,
for
calling
sure.
what they needed to.
Lots of really good gunners. Lots of good communication coming out from y'all. I could see that. I could tell that right away. All right. Do you have any more questions, Blue Card? Because I'm also running out.
I mean, I'm out. I don't want to take too much of anyone's time. Imagine, do you have anything you want to say either to your fans or anyone watching?
Fans.
Hey man, we all got fans.
Hey man, just
I'm your
awesome sticking
fan.
around for watching. Thank you. Thanks for the cast, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you, honestly.
All right.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
That being said, I guess we're gonna wrap up this interview.
Before we
And
wrap
yes,
things up,
sponsors.
we of course have to give a shout out to our sponsors. They're the best. I love them. They're what make doing this possible. Firstly, Corsair. They have some really top quality peripherals, really good stuff. They're both buffing the prize pool as well as supplying some really nice keyboards to the prize pool. Makes the whole league a bit more interesting. Of course, to Rogue Energy for some really good energy drinks. It's really good stuff. That's what I use when I just need a little pick me up, either for work or for Siege. It's really good stuff. Don't forget to use code CEA at checkout for 10% off, as well as I'm pretty sure some of that goes towards the prize pool as well. So definitely do buy from Rogue Energy if you want to support us, want to keep this going during the quarantine. And last but definitely not least, what's new.gg. That's NEU. The clothing has just been released. It looks really cool. They have mouse pads, sweats, sweats, hats, a lot of really good stuff. Don't forget to join the CEA Discord if you want the link for that. I'm sure it'll be posted in chat as well. But definitely check some of that stuff out. It's really good stuff. You can always go to what's new.gg and EU to the website, go to collections and CEA to find that as well. Just in case if you don't feel like finding a Discord, that always works as well. But I am out of breath. I'm out of water. And I think it's time for bed, Kevin.
Yeah, I think so too. Get some good Z's. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we'll hope to see you in the next one.
Wishing that I could run away with you. Imprisoned by fear, just pull me away, pull me away.